Hello, I'm Tim Killeen, President of the University of Illinois System. On behalf of my colleagues across our state's flagship university system, it is my honor to congratulate the class of 2021. I am so proud of everything you have done and everything you have overcome to make it here today. You never wavered as the worst pandemic in a century added new worries, new stresses, and new obstacles to the already challenging path to your degrees. The global crisis threw nothing but wrenches at your plans over the last year. The bulk of classes moved online, shifting the foundation of how you learn. Attending in-person classes meant regular COVID-19 testing, another chore for your already busy schedules. There were masks and social distancing and restrictions that limited traditional campus activities, even simple pleasures like time with friends. Despite it all, you achieved your dreams and so much more. You also helped make the University of Illinois System a model for the nation, as our 3 campuses remained safe and many classrooms remained open this year while peer universities struggled. It is a success story that made headlines across the country, thanks to a pioneering homegrown testing protocol and your understanding, cooperation, resilience, selflessness, and sacrifice. Those same qualities will also carry you far in the next chapter of your life that begins tomorrow. And, coupled with the talents and civic-minded spirit you nurtured here at UIC, you are primed to flourish. But first things first, take some time today to reflect on everything you've accomplished and the tremendous milestone you have reached. There are a small handful of days in life that you will never forget. From my own experience and the beaming faces I have seen at nearly 40 years of commencements, I can tell you that your graduation is one of them. So I hope you savor every minute of it. Congratulations again, class of 2021. It is an honor to celebrate you, joined by the proud family and friends who have supported you along the way. I hope the lessons you learned exceed the high expectations that brought you here and guide you to the future you imagined. Enjoy your day and come back often.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, it is afternoon as I'm recording this message today. I'm Michael Amiridis, Chancellor of UIC. The graduation ceremony is one of the most significant events in a person's life, and I have had the privilege to share this moment of joy with each class of graduates and their families and friends during the last 6 years that I have been in my position. I have shared and enjoyed the clapping, noise-making, and all the other expressions of joy as our graduates walked across the stage to successfully reach the conclusion of their academic journey at our university. Commencement is the high point of the year for me and for the entire academic community as we celebrate the accomplishments of our students. Of course, a little over a year ago, the world we knew changed overnight, and we have been in virtual isolation ever since. I know that the emotions you feel today are still intense, but mixed. You have succeeded and reached the same goals as your predecessors. You have earned your degrees and all the benefits and opportunities that come with your successful completion of your studies. But we are not together to celebrate, and you are watching yet another recording. This situation changed your graduation experience, but it cannot and should not have changed the pride that we share with you. You have completed your goal. You have worked hard. You have fulfilled the commitment you made when you began this academic journey, and you have reached this day having faced many challenges, more than any other generation of college students in our lifetimes. There have always been periods throughout history when the world has been confronted by events that defy the normal order of humanity, including wars, civil strife, and revolutions. There have also been other pandemics that have left their mark on civilizations throughout the centuries. It is how we adapt and what we learn during such difficult times that defines how the future unfolds. And the COVID-19 pandemic that kept us apart today is indeed one of these unique global events. The world has changed in unprecedented ways over the last year. Within the first few days of March of 2020, we were compelled to close down the physical campus, and as a result, you were separated from your friends, your co-workers, your professors, and all the activities that were part of your college experience. The nation and the world were faced with a health crisis moving at a pace that was never seen before. And during the course of the summer that followed, we witnessed one of the largest mass protest movements in our country's history, when once again our society's racial equity problems confronted us in the most profound way. It was simply inconceivable to have imagined the world as it is today just a little over a year ago. And yet, here we are. During this past year, scientists developed a vaccine for COVID-19 years ahead of what had been considered the likely or even the humanly possible time frame for a reliable vaccine. And not only one, but at least 4 vaccines are currently being administered to people around the world, giving us well-founded hope that we will exit the COVID tunnel of fear and uncertainty. Consider the magnitude of that advancement. Consider how the global scientific community worked together in unprecedented ways to achieve this miracle. And consider that your university has taken a lead in saliva testing for the virus, in the clinical trials of 2 of these vaccines, and is today the largest vaccination center in the city of Chicago. And it gives me great pride to recognize that some of your fellow students, primarily from our health sciences colleges, have been at the front lines of these efforts and have offered thousands of volunteer hours by now. I'm also confident that we are making progress in addressing racial equity. We're considering and improving our services and practices. We're reimagining public safety on our campus, and we're contributing to the scholarly work that addresses our socioeconomic disparities and defines our paths forward. Once again, it gives me great pride to recognize your fellow students who have led the way in demanding social change and raising the awareness level across the university and the city with their actions. During this very volatile year, the last year of your studies at UAC, you had to adapt to new learning models that you had not experienced before, at least at this level. Your interactions with your professors and peers were altered dramatically, and all personal contact had to take place through online platforms. But here you are. You have persevered. Despite the game-changing conditions, you persevered, and you succeeded. Today is a testament to your success and a great cause for celebration. I also hope that some of you have been able to participate in the first in-person experience that we have had on campus since December of 2019. I hope you took the opportunity to walk across the stage we set up the last few days, had your name read, and were congratulated and photographed. This has been UIC's first step as we begin to emerge from the pandemic. Class of 2021, you will be like no other class in our university's history. I suspect that you will be cited, quoted, and interviewed about your experiences for generations. What you have learned over this past year, what you have witnessed and experienced, and how you apply those lessons in your future careers will define what's written in our history books. As UIC graduates, each of you will now pick up the mantle of responsibility at one of the most singular defining moments in modern history, in modern human history. I hope you're together with your loved ones today, clapping, hollering, and letting out all the emotions that have been built up in a resounding song of joy. I hope that wherever you are and whoever you are with will lift you up and carry you around like a champion. We all share this moment with you. I also want to thank your professors, mentors, and all the staff members that supported you throughout your years at UIC, but particularly during this last year. Like you, they had to adapt to a new world as well. And I want to thank our frontline workers who kept our labs open when needed and managed our residence halls for those who remained on campus. It took our entire community to mobilize in order to continue providing the best education and experience possible under the daunting challenges we faced. And finally, I want to recognize and thank your families who helped you reach this day. You are now alumni of UAC, and you are joining a large, diverse, world-changing community of leaders. I'm deeply proud of you. You have my best wishes and confidence that you will go far. Congratulations, class of 2021, and Godspeed. I would now like to welcome Dr. Susan Poser, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, to present the candidates for degrees.
President Killeen, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates from the following colleges: College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, the UIC John Marshall Law School, and the College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs, for the corresponding degrees for which they stand.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Illinois, I hereby confer upon each candidate the degree for which they have been recommended, and I admit them to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of those degrees. Congratulations.